Hello and welcome to the Cameron and Tia Show. If we haven't met before, I'm Tia, one half of Cameron and Tia, a wedding photography business in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We love bringing you this free content every single Thursday. If you've been loving it, please comment, like, share, subscribe so that we can continue bringing this every single week for you. Today's episode is about prepping for your first wedding. If you're a new photographer or you're just getting into weddings and you've been doing portraits before, this episode is for you. I'm going to break down our entire system of how we prep for a flawless wedding day, making it easy on you and the clients. So let's jump into it.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
And I'm Tia.
We're so excited that you're here.
Let's jump right into the video. Okay, y'all, let's break this down. So there are two chunks that I'm going to break this into. First, leading up to the wedding day. Second, the week of. The week of is heavy, hot, so many things are happening. Okay, so leading up to the wedding day, the first thing that we do is we draft a full day of timeline for our clients. So what that means is after booking, we send them a wedding timeline starter. And in there's maybe 8 yes/no questions of things that they might want in their wedding, just their different preferences. Are they doing a first look? Are they not? Do they want a cake cutting? Are they going to do a mother, son, father, daughter? Just things they're thinking right now. This is right after booking. So this may be a year and a half out. They might not for sure know, but we want to draft this up for them. We want to beat everyone else to the punch. So then we draft up a full day of timeline, top to bottom. We make sure that lighting is right for us. We make sure that we have enough time to accomplish everything that we need. And then that's what they use as a draft as they continue planning. So we do this even if our clients have a day of coordinator, because then what that means is that they'll use this for planning. And then when their day of coordinator coverage kicks in, maybe 30 days out, maybe 60 days out from their wedding, they'll pass this on to their coordinator because they've been using it for everything, to book their DJ, to tell their cousin where to be. And then the day of coordinator will fill in that timeline with all kinds of specifics. Like, for example, when catering is going to show up, when they're going to flip the room, everything like that. If our clients have a full service planner, we actually don't draft this up for them then. That's what their full service planner is going to do. We do connect with the planner if we haven't worked with them before to let them know how long it takes us to accomplish bride and groom portraits, family portraits, bridal party portraits, when we like to do sunset portraits, and any other preferences we have, such as where things need to be set up in the getting ready room for us. If it's a full service planner that we've worked with before, they're going to know our general preferences, which are pretty standard and pretty basic to everyone else's. So first step is getting that day of timeline. If you wait until 60 days out, for example, they may have already solidified some things, that then will be kind of make and break for you and will make it a lot tougher for you to deliver on an excellent experience for them. They may have solidified when hair and makeup finishes, when actually you needed them to finish much earlier, or how long they have the Airbnb for getting ready, when that needed to happen much earlier. Things that then can't change. Or the worst case scenario is if they're doing their ceremony not in a church, so there's no parameters on when it actually has to happen, they're going to pick an abstract time to start the ceremony, which maybe like 4:30 feels good. Who knows? Maybe my sister actually did 5:30 and that was perfect. And we know as photographers that it needs to start at a certain time so that then we can be out for sunset portraits in most cases, most times of the year, during cocktail hour. And if it's starting at some random time and then coverage is super spread out, you can't then change the ceremony start time because they've already sent out invitations or they already have it on their wedding website. So we like to beat everybody to the punches, get a solid foundation right from the get-go, right after they book. The second thing is that then we send a huge questionnaire 6 weeks out from the wedding day. So at this point, they have all the answers to the things we need. It also allows us to send it at 6 weeks. Maybe they reply at 5 weeks. We ask any quick questions at 4 weeks. We're out of their hair. So we don't require a final meeting. Instead, in this questionnaire, we have everything that we could possibly need to know, like bridal party first names, all of the vendors, things they're super nervous about, things they're excited about. And the biggest piece is getting a family shot list. We do work off of a family shot list on the wedding day. If you want to know more about how we facilitate family photos, we have an entire video on this. It's crazy. So that'll be up in the card up here. But in the questionnaire, we get a family shot list for them. We don't want to make any assumptions about how their family operates, their family dynamics, especially if they have blended families. I want to be prepared to know exactly what shots they want. And so that's the one time of the day that we work off of a shot list, and it's going to be that family shot list. So that is leading up to the day. Now let's flip on over to the week of. Okay, the week of. The first thing that I would do is put together a game plan for my lenses. If it were me, I'm going to take the time to literally write it down, every single part of the day, and what lens I'm going to use when. So this would involve doing some significant research on the venue. What I like to do is search the venue name and then blog photographer. And so like I'm searching Hunt House blog photographer. It's going to pull up some local photographers. I can look through, generally know whose work I like, and then I can really take a good look at the venue since I've never been there before because it's my first wedding. So I'm going to look at the Hunt House's getting ready room and I'm going to say, ooh, it looks a little cramped in there. It looks like they're using something wider. I'm probably going to want to use my 35. But then if I switch into some portraits with just the bride, I'm going to want to use the 85 because that's my go-to lens for portraits. So just put that together as a game plan. You don't need to stick to it. You don't need to memorize it, but it's just going to give you a good frame of reference so that when you get to this ceremony and things are moving really fast and you're like, holy crap, I just switched from bridal party to now ceremony details to now the ceremony's starting. You're going to know what you want to use and what you can fall back on. This will really help you evaluate even specific parts of the day, like the ceremony, for example, that maybe you want to be using a certain lens when you're shooting down the aisle, trying to get the groom in the back with the bride walking down the aisle. Then you're going to want to switch for vows. Then you're going to want to switch to get a super wide shot of everyone sitting there. Then you're going to want to go a little tighter to get details. And then you're going to go into the first kiss. And what are you going to want to use for that? So put together a game plan. That's the first step. Next, pack your gear and pack it early. Make sure that you have backups. You do not want to be worrying about this the night before, and you want to put all the batteries in there. That means setting up a whole charging station. We have a whole area of our office that we set up so that we can charge our flash batteries, charge our camera batteries. We always have way too many backups in our bags, and that is not a problem with me. I want all the backups in there. So just make sure that you have everything fully charged, that you have all your lenses, everything's accounted for. It can be helpful to write out a list of all your gear so that you can just check it off so that you know you're good to go. Okay, next. Along with gear, make sure that you clean your lenses. It's a good time every time that you go to a wedding to just check up on them, make sure they get a good scrub. Not scrub. Make sure that the lens is just clean. You can use a microfiber cloth and just make sure that it's ready to go looking fresh. Then, pack an emergency kit. I have a certain pocket in my bag that I like to keep all kinds of emergency items. This can be bobby pins, hair binders, perfume for me or for them, deodorant, extra pens that I'm going to use to cross things off on my shot list, or that people can use to sign the marriage license, mints, a little sewing kit, mini scissors are my most used item, just all the extra things that you might need. I also am going to pack my detail kit at that time, and that's what I'm going to photograph like the invitation suite, the shoes with. So in there I have things like flower frogs that are little items that can spread flowers. I also have some ribbon in some colors. I have dental braces wax so that I can open up invitation suites and keep them stuck open, or so that I can prop up rings with them. I also have acrylic blocks that help lift items, and all of this can be found in the description box. I have the link to our Amazon storefront so that you can find all of our detail bag items in there. Love it. Next, the week of, pick what to wear. So don't be picking this the night before. You need to make sure that you have something comfortable for you. Generally, I wear jumpsuits or midi-length dresses because I want to be able to squat and get all around. I also always wear Spanx underneath them because I love to just feel comfortable and accounted for. I love to have pockets because I'll typically put my phone in them so that I can whip them out quick for behind the scenes. I also put the timeline in them because I'm a paper girl and I love to have it in paper. Sometimes pens will be in there, lens caps, things like that. And I love to wear something that I can wear a sports bra with because I, again, want to be comfortable. I'm running around. I'm hustling. So I like to find something that has good coverage up here versus skinny straps so that I'm covered up there. So pick your outfit out as well. Pick out your shoes. I am a girl who loves to do a shoe change midday. So I find that it's not necessarily about how awesome the shoes are, though that's valuable. It's more so about switching the shoes midday so that my arches and my feet can get used to something else. So I typically switch pre-ceremony or I switch at cocktail hour. And what that means is I'm probably wearing like a sandal the whole beginning portion of the day, including portraits. And then I switch over to nicer flats that I wear while I'm kind of in front of guests more so. But both my shoes are nice. I just like to be able to swap. The last thing, and probably most important, is prep yourself with confidence. Know that, hey, I've thought through all of this, I am ready to rumble, and reiterate that mantra to yourself over and over. I am confident, I am ready. I am confident, I am ready. Get yourself in front of a mirror and tell yourself that all throughout the week, because photographing your first wedding is scary. It's a big deal, right? Like, it's nerve-wracking. You are photographing someone's best day ever, and that comes with a lot of pressure, but know that you are prepared and reiterate that to yourself, because if you're going into the day nervous, you're going to go in nervous, and you're going going to be stuttering and you're going to be scared and you're not going to take control of the situation, but you need to be in control because, again, it's someone's best day ever. So have confidence, thrive off of that. If you're prepping for your first wedding ever, I'm so excited for you. Weddings freaking rock and it's the best thing ever. But I hope this video helped a ton. If you have any questions, drop them down below. If you liked this video and liked our content, be sure to subscribe. Also, we have a free Facebook community that is for photographers just like you. And in there, you can ask all the questions. We can get specific. We can do deep dives on things. And we have tons of free education in there. More. So come join. The link is in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye!